Holy cow, it's another YouTube video. All right, so been a little while, but I want to get right back into it. So let's talk a little bit about, a little while ago on Instagram, I uploaded a video. It was a short little thing about singing with strength and power, and I said I was going to do a video on it, and then things got crazy. Joined a couple additional bands, had a couple projects fall into my lap. They're all really exciting. Check out Viramia and Neverbreath, links below. And then I didn't get to do that video. So we're going to do that video now, and I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to give you a basic exercise that you can do. And if you're a singer and you don't scream, this is going to help you out a lot. If you're a screamer and you don't sing, it's still going to help you out a lot, so bear with me here. All right, so a lot of us want to add power to our singing, right? Of course, it's one thing to sing and to have a soft voice like this, to bring people into a sense of comfort, right? But other times, we want to be like, hey, everybody, listen here. We want to do that. Same with our screaming as well. Most of the time with our screaming, we want to be at that big attention-getting, vocal-grabbing tone and power. You know, that's gonna peek out my microphone. So let's calm that down a bit and try again. Like this right there. So, how do we do that exactly? What's the main thing? So the first thing that you're gonna need with with the ability to sing more powerfully like this, is you're gonna need some solid breath support. And I know that's kind of an annoying thing to hear because everybody says it, but there's a reason everybody says it, and it's because it's true. I do have a video on diaphragmatic breathing. It's available for your viewing pleasure. You can check it out. But once you have that down, once you have that breath support down, you're taking those nice breaths in. Super easy. It's a little hard to see since I'm sitting down, but the ribs are expanding. The shoulders are not moving up. I'm not straining my neck. It's just nice and relaxed. Once you have that type of breathing down, there's a second thing that you need, and it's a serious sense of relaxation. A lot of times they'll get their diaphragmatic breathing down, and they'll sing from their diaphragm, sure, but they're singing from their diaphragm while they're still straining their neck. Right? Why are you doing that? You don't need to. So when I'm screaming, and I'm going here, let's adjust that volume again. Or when I'm singing, and I'm singing with a sense of power, yeah, right? When I'm doing that, I'm tremendously relaxed from like the top of my head down to my diaphragm. I'm really focused on having a sense of relaxation. Nothing really tightens in the neck. Now, that's going to be a matter of, doing some warm-ups. I have a warm-up video you can check out as well that will help you release some of that tension. But it's going to be a matter of doing those warm-ups and kind of visually telling yourself it's okay to relax. You can visually think about your throat relaxing. So until you get diaphragmatic support and you're not singing from your throat and not straining your throat, you might want to hold off on singing with a lot of power or screaming, so that everybody in the room can hear you. You might want to hold off for a little bit. If you're at the point where you can do those things and you're ready to start projecting and singing with some more confidence and some more strength and tone, let's do it. So the first thing that you're gonna think you need to do when projecting is you're gonna think, whether consciously or unconsciously, that you're needing to yell. And while that's not technically untrue because we are reaching higher volumes and having more power in our tone, which is what happens when you yell, it's false in that the mechanism is going to work differently. So one thing that I like to do to kind of, get myself into the mindset of belting or screaming with a lot of power is to act like I'm like getting somebody's attention. Specifically, I have, for us it's going to be different, but every day I take my dog after work to the front yard and I throw the ball back and forth with him because he's got so much energy. If I don't do that, he's going to lose his mind. Rarely, he's pretty well trained, but rarely he'll run out into the street after the ball if he knocks it into the street. Now, I have a specific yell a specific attention-getting mechanism, and when I do that, he sits down immediately. He stops in his tracks because I don't want him running into the road. Right? Now, not everybody's playing with their dog in the front yard, but we all probably can make this happen, and that sounds like this. Hey! 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 Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey! Hey! In fact, he's probably in the living room right now. hopefully not thinking he's in trouble. But it's from the diaphragm. Everything's relaxed, and I'm saying, hey, hey, whoa, 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 sit, hey, right? So that is kind of going to be a similar feeling that we'll have when we are, when we're projecting and we're singing with more strength. Hey, like this, right there, everything's so relaxed, and I'm engaging the diaphragm. So one thing you can do before you actually start singing is you can say, hey, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. In fact, I would suggest saying whoa instead of hey, because one thing you want to avoid is slamming your vocal folds together. If I say whoa, 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 those vocal folds, they're coming together gently. You don't want to be like bam, 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 slamming everything together, because that's going to cause damage and it's going to fatigue you really quick. So, you might not have known, but I have a keyboard here. Fancy. So, anyways, when you've got your diaphragmatic breathing down and you're nice and relaxed, go ahead and try some of that. Hey, hey, whoa, 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 try that right there. And if you can do that while feeling relaxed, feeling comfortable, and not like you're straining, and you're like, oh, that's super comfortable, maybe hold that hey or that whoa out. So, hey, hey, whoa, whoa, comes hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, whoa, like that. Right? And if you're screaming, you can kind of do the same thing. You can just do the vocalization first and then turn it into a scream. Of course, again, you want to do this type of exercise once you've been screaming for a while, maybe after you've had a couple lessons. So keep that in mind. You don't want to just jump into screaming like this. So once you're warmed up, once you have these things down, you can give it a try like this. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. Hey, 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 yay, yay, yay! Hey, 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 yay, yay, yay! You can do it with lows too. Hey, hey, hey! Right? And when I'm doing this, remember, always, I'm feeling almost all of the distortion up here, almost none on my larynx. Remember that. So what can we do that's a little bit more pragmatic? What can we do to kind of put this into practice and not, it's one thing to do an exercise, but you want to move past the point where you're sitting in your room just going, hey, 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 whoa, hey, right? You want to actually start singing. And sometimes it can be hard to move in and out. So this is the exercise that I have done and I would advise for you. So what I like to do is I like to take it and I like to put it on 3 notes. Right there. And what I like to do is I like to take each of those notes. We got our E, we've got our G sharp, and we've got our B. If that's a little low for you, you can move it around. You can kind of jump up on the keyboard a little bit, whatever's comfortable for you. But what I like to do is I like to take those notes and progressively make them louder. So once I know how to do the loud note, hey, hey, once I know how to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and get progressively louder. So I'll start, hey, 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 and you can even keep going if you want. Hey, 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 right? So that's one thing that you can really do. Of course, it's not the same as singing a song in and of itself, but sometimes doing the exercise and then applying what we learned to the song can be very helpful. So start off nice and quiet. Right? Start off nice and quiet and kind of drill that for a little bit. See where it takes you. The nice thing about this exercise as well is you're learning how to stitch together your belting and your, stronger projection singing and your softer singing so that you can start doing things that are a little bit more dynamic. You can say, where can I go with this thing I've learned? Starting soft and moving loud, right? I just made that up. I don't know. Sorry, that song was probably terrible. But you can do that. You know, you can say, where have you gone? So, kind of trains you to put a little bit of style in your singing if you want to. And if you're a screamer, this can have a really great effect too. One of the most common things you'll hear in a metal song is this: the song is building up, dum 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 dum, you know, and the crescendo's coming, and the vocalists, what do? Let me mess with the volume here. They do some of this. Right? Now, of course, as you can see with our vocals, a lot of what we do is we increase our volume with our mouth shape. That way we're taking some strain. Well, we're taking all the strain away from our vocal folds and our neck muscles and things. We want to put as much work when we're singing up top as possible. So that's just one basic exercise that you can do. Remember, take this in steps. In this video, we talked about 3 things. We talked about, number 1, breath support and relaxation. Once you have that down, move to part 2, which is the hey, hey, whoa, 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 hey, hey. That voice, right? That sort of relaxed shouting voice. I hesitate to say shouting, but it's similar enough to where the word applies, but it's a relaxed shouting voice, so move there. Once you have that down, then move on to this exercise. So anyways, that's it for today. If you felt like this was helpful, feel free to subscribe, hit the little dingy bell there so you can get notifications when I make more videos. Right now, the video thing is pretty slow, as you can tell if you look at my upload dates. Like I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of projects have fallen into my lap, and also my fiance is finishing up her master's degree program, so I'm picking up a lot of slack around the house and things like that. Making sure that we have a maintained household. She's working her butt off, so I try to contribute where I can. And then also one great reason I haven't had a lot of time for these videos is I've been giving a lot of vocal lessons. I've got pretty consistent students right now. I do have room for some more. So if you have never sang a song, or if you've never screamed a scream in your life and you want to get started, I'm here to help. Or, if you have been a singer and been screaming for a while, but there's just one particular thing that you need some help on, maybe there's some projection, maybe you can't really aim resonance very well. Those are all things that I can help you out with. We can just jump in for a quick lesson, calibrate as needed, and then you can go from there. But that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Many thanks. Much love. I'm out.